and is #1 best pasture grass for beef and dairy animals. Okay, so this is a sample of the seeds harvested from here. These plots were planted sometime around 14th December 2019, purely under rain-fed. Okay, when you plant in December, you are sure of starting harvesting maybe around April, May, somewhere there. As I said yesterday, my spacing is 1 meter by drilling. Okay, 1 meter by drilling, and you need to do shallow planting, about 1 centimeter or so. Okay, so I was planting without dig compound because I was not sure of when the rains would come. So I was only able to put the dig compound after it has germinated. And also later, I put a bit of urea as a top dress. Okay? Now, in this area where we are, unfortunately, there's no maize crop. So the stock bowlers didn't have a choice. There was no maize. So stock bowlers came on the banana grass and also came on the rose grass. That's what was here. There's no maize crop here, so the stock bowlers only had the choice of banana grass and rose grass. That's one of the things. The second case you get is rose grass is very soft. It's easily attacked by, eaten or cut by rats, never. Because it is soft, so they would really come and cut it. Okay, so this is NIS Boma and is #1 best improved pasture for your beef or dairy animals. So you can use it for direct grazing, or you can make hay, or you can leave what they call standing hay. Okay, so as you can see, they are 1 meter apart. But if you check inside, as I was harvesting, some seed have dropped down. Yeah. Even if I irrigate now, this seed has some dormancy, it will not come out. But the seed I'm harvesting around April, May is ready the same year for November, December planting. Now, when I come next season, I want to see the lines as if I had broadcasted. So the crop, this will germinate and you allow the crop to go to thicken up. Okay? So this is rose grass, Curious Ghana. Any question on this one?
No. I've seen this at the village, and I thought it was naturally occurring. What's its actual origin?
What?
The grass, the road grass itself.
How does it find itself in the village? That's the question.
No, okay.
Dogs have.
Yeah, it could be there, but the variety might not be this one. Oh. Now, the one when we found is either the Gatombola one. If you check only the plant structure, from the herbage you can tell. From the herbage.
So it's taller.
Now, this one was done, the breeding was done at Inanga. NIRS is Inanga Research Station in Mazabuka.
Oh.
Yes. Now, the one you might find growing here and there, if you look at it also from herbage, it's less leaf. And also, if you see the seed of Gatombola, the seed is darker than this one.
And what is the yield potential for this? When you make hay,
yes.
How many tons can you harvest?
Yeah, you can get about about 8 to 10 tons. Oh. But now it depends on the size of now the hay. Because even for the tractors, we have different sizes. Yeah. We have the round one, we have the rectangular one, and what have you. But what we are concerned more is the herbage. You know, this is giant roads. What we are concerned is the herbage. Now, some of you were asking yesterday, if you do the cutting of hay before, it means you are not after seed.
Yeah.
But it will be advisable because this crop is perennial. Yeah. You cut after you have got the seed. Yeah. So, usually by hand cutting, you need to go in about 3 to 4 times. Then after that, you come and cut it down with scissors. If you have irrigation, you can have 2 seed crops in a year from this guy. You get the rain-fed crop and they get a seed. Meaning after I finish it, I'll cut it down for hay.
Yeah.
I put water, I put some fertilizer. Again, I'll get seed before December, before it rains. I have gotten 2 seed crops. The rain-fed seed and the irrigated seed.
Putting salt.
But can you use a planter?
Planter with the 5 kg, madam, no. Yes.
You
You need to use women who are good here to plant a 5 kg 1 hectare. But I planted it in Professor Namwala, Professor Chinene in Namwala, 5 kg to plant a hectare. But the seed is very expensive. Okay? So as you can see, they are 1 meter apart. But if you check inside, as I was harvesting, some seed have dropped down.
Yeah.
Even if I irrigate now, this seed has some dormancy, it will not come out. Now, the one when we found is either the Gatombola one. If you check on in the plant factory, from the herbage you can tell. From the herbage.
So it's taller.
Now, this one was done, the breeding was done at Inanga. NIRS is Inanga Research Station in Mazabuka.
So now, so what's the point in belling? Or maybe the procedure, logistics?
No, listen. The belling is, we have only 1 rain season, few months. There's a lot of good stuff. Now, as we've got that season, your animals have no feed. So you need hay to give your animals in the dry months so that the animals will not survive.
Yeah, the question is,
Yes.
if you cut and, you know the way women tie the thatching grass?
Okay.
Yeah, you can't store it in that form without actually bedding. The
No.
way they,
Unless you have done the windrows themselves and they whether it's 1 week or 2
yeah.
weeks.
Yes.
When the dry matter comes, then you can do whatever, whichever
Yes.
it is.
So you can use any method which you have in your situation or on the farm.
Yeah.
But keep it away from the ground and keep it away from the sun. Okay. We can,
sorry. One very silly question. You said this thing is perennial. Up to what year does it remain very profitable?
this one you can keep it about 3 to 4 years. Now it depends on also how you are managing. Now the other thing is, don't use your cattle manure to top dress your road gas, because there are so many table weed seeds in the cattle manure which you don't want to be in road gas.
Understood.
Yeah, it's a short tray grass, but easy to get, and you can do your crop rotation after 4 or 5 years. Okay, we can move forward. Now my second crop is Tefuloja Faugari. Otherwise they call it Uva in Bemba. Now we are not promoting it for fish killing, no. We are promoting it for soil improvement. It's a top perennial legume, one, and also under livestock we are promoting it to make a caricide from the leaves.
Oh.
To control ticks on your animals. The same stuff, all you need is, when you are doing it, you need a sticker. They use the actual, you call surf, the actual surf powder, you mix it. Then you spray it to control your ticks. Even vegetables, you can control your aphids on your vegetables or cabbage or weevils against your maize to Tefuloja Faugari.
So you don't feed this to animals?
No, don't feed it to livestock, no. It's not for feeding.
So I can mix it with the dip or
Dip,
on the sprayless
yes.
or even just the mention.
Yeah,
So you soak the leaves?
yes.
You don't boil them?
You soak the leaves in warm water and what have you, but you need to mix something which is a sticker, so that when you spray that thing, it sticks. The way we spray when you are doing an insecticide, we put a sticker in case the rains come. Okay, so
with a lot of resistance, ticks developing resistance to most of these acaricides, I think this would be good to break that resistance.
yes, okay.
If
Use
in
it
a
once in a
pasture you
while.
have this, can you keep away ticks from your area in your pasture?
Yes, you can. Crotoria paulina. Crotoria, the sun names are unknown by this scientific name Crotoria. So this is Crotoria paulina, which is perennial sun nymph. You have seen it now, it is flowering and podding. What it means is that I'll harvest the seed with seagulls,
I think
And if it survives the termites, what have you, it will be able to give me seed again in the next year. Yeah, so these leaves, they what the animals eat, but the plant is what? The plant is soft and hollow, so it is prone to be attacked by termites. So it will fix nitrogen, and it is also a fodder the animals can eat. So this is Sanyembe, which is perennial, Crotoria paulina. Okay, so once it ripens, it will change from green to black. That, you know, if you see these seeds, and you see the seeds of black Sanyembe, they are of the same shape. Okay, any question here?
So this one, what are the areas of adaptation, agroecological zones? Which agroecological zones can this one? 2 and 3?
Yeah, yes. 2 and 3. There's no problem. And where it is just also 1 meter by drilling. Okay? We can proceed?
Yes.
Any question?
Tomorrow.
It's a cover crop, but as a fodder, don't feed the animals they are milking. This is smell on the leaves, it will spoil your milk. If you feed the animals they are milking, the milk will not sell. So feed those animals you are not milking. In Tanzania, they eat the fresh pods also the way we eat the beans. Now, for this variety, is for origin 3. You can see now it is just flowering now. But the other variety, as you see, the other one, high waist, already have the seed. The seed. Seed production is not easy. You really need to control the aphids and blister beetles. If you don't, and they chew, you don't get a single seed. Okay? And if you walk in here, the stuff is oily, it can spoil your clothes. This. Okay.
So, for feed, when do you get it to feed for the beef animals?
No. Well, if you want it, they can graze direct. Okay. I'll show you somewhere, even after you have removed the seed, those covers, you can feed your livestock with or without molasses. But don't feed the animals you are milking. So it is also a good legume. You see how Mr. Mutare is. You check. He walked in a plot of the medium scholar, and it is on his clothes.
If say we plant when? That is December.
December, yes.
After we are done, we plant December.
Yes.
By this time, that side, most of the grass is done. So the animals now can come here before they get into the plate.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but you need to use the other variety, high wave. No, yeah, the one which is early maturing, but not this variety.
Okay.
Yes, this variety, it is late maturing. It needs more water, more rain than, yeah, but the high wave, yes, it will do. And now, the high wave, you will see, I've started harvesting. It's already ripening from December. Okay. Yes.
This one, when it dries, can you feed it to the animals?
What?
Those are the pods you're saying.
No, I'll show you the other covers after seed cleaning, which can be fed to the livestock, but not the animals you are milking. Okay. Yes.
So, this has been green without irrigation for some time.
Yeah, no, they've been irrigating it once or so in a week. Now, this is your Kajanas. That guy you are seeing behind there, that tall stuff, that one there, is the same. What we call under livestock for the animals to browse. They graze on the grass of road grass, then they need to browse on these leaves. And this is also good for small ruminants, sheep and goats. Okay? Now, when you check on your pigeon pea Gajanas, the pigeon pea is short and airy. Gajanas is tall and red. So now, I want to show you something. What happened here was, I was also going to put this guy, but he refused. This is your African foxtail buffalo grass, Senkea siciliaris, which you plant as a permanent pasture, no crop rotation. I planted twice, it couldn't germinate. Later on, that's why I brought this guy. That's why he's younger than the other guys. This is your African foxtail, buffalo grass. The animal, the mwava, it looks, the tail is like this.
Mwava is a fox.
Yes, the fox. Okay. Any question here?
You were saying you can plant it permanent pasture.
Permanent pasture on the westland on your farm, no crop rotation. But when you are harvesting this one, when you plant it around February, early March, even if you are in a suit already dressed, you can go and harvest. Because when it's at a ripened, you just do like this, it will come out. You don't, you all need is a bag in your hand.
The seed.
To harvest the seed, yes, it's just a bag in the hand. You do this. But for road gas, you need to cut with seagulls, take it somewhere for setting and what have you. Okay? But crop rotation is a problem. Where you plant it, leave it for so many years.
So this can make a good fence, huh?
Which one?
This one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good life fence.
Give life fence. It's a very good legume, but it was put where, because of effect of tomato and nematodes, it should have covered by now. But it has not covered, but it's just coming out bit by bit. It's a good legume to mix with road gas and what have you. But it is susceptible to termite, to nematode attack. That's why it is like this.
But in the world, it doesn't do that. We find them yonde and stuff like that. This.
No, it's just similar, but it's not this one. This is really pure improved material. Okay, they are similar, but it's not this guy you find in the bush. It's not this guy. Okay.
The improvement has made them weaker.
What?
You didn't apply something against that?
No, we bought from Osho bionematode. Here, we spread almost about 4 to 5 times. And otherwise, if we didn't, we could have found almost zero. But for it to be like this, we had to apply that thing. By spraying it, it will go down. Okay?
Then where do you get your seed? This one?
The seed? No, let me show you. No, that one, no. The pot. These are the pots. They're so green.
Yes, okay.
These are the pots.
Does it have, is this a common name or a scientific name?
What?
Is this a common name?
Does it look common?
No, it's a
It
scientific
looks
name.
like
This is Centrosema vubescens. Now, some of these pasture names, they are just like that.
They use the scientific name. This is a botanical name.
Yes, scientific. This is Centrosema vubescens. Somewhere else I find Centrosema pascarum.
Okay.
And their growth habit is almost the same, spreading. But the leaf size are different.
They don't have a common name.
Yes. Okay. Now, Mr. Mtara has brought the seeds. If you check on these seeds and this, look at them.
Yeah.
They're similar.
So
Now,
one also controls nematodes.
this is the one which controls nematodes.
That one.
This one, that one. So now, this is a byproduct. So this stuff is a feed for your animals.
Oh.
If you don't have feed, put it down to improve your soil. So this is stuff you can give your animals with or without molasses or whatever. This is stuff. But mind you that this guy is not user friendly because of itching.
Yeah.
The way she is to walk in here and this then problem. And the commercial farmers don't like it because these sticks are too hard that they puncture your tractors.
Yeah.
They are too strong. So they prefer another one which I'll show you as we go. So this one, but it grows very fast. It will control your kapinga. Yes. So these things, they are too hard.
Yeah.
That even your vehicle, you have a puncture. They are quite
You want
strong.
to plow it under.
You should plow it
What stage?
as when it has started flowering. Plow it down for guinea manure.
Okay.
You can also make hay just when it's about to start flowering. But to make hay, you do a proper drying. Because if you bury it while it's too fresh, at the time of you're feeding your animals, this is how pakati it will rot. But mind you, on a large scale, you can grow this guy, no D compound, no urea, no pest problem. But don't use any herbicide. The guy is weak, it will go. Herbicide, no. Sunny, it will go. This guy will remain green. Then the animals will come back to this guy. Now, he was also affected by the nematodes, but it has recovered. Now, it does well. If you intercrop it, it climbs the way it has done, then you get more seed from it, like that. Now, on the other side, check how it has climbed on my green panic. So, for livestock, you need it like this. That mixture, that's what you want for livestock. In this way, the way they are like that. This one, it will climb. Then you bring your animals, they will graze, find energy and protein from this guy. Shima. Yes. Yes.
Soil type, starting from this one and this one. Which soil types?
So
they do in sandy.
Yes.
They do in sandy.
They do in sandy, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And in terms of sowing,
You are sowing this one. You are sowing pestation. This one is pestation, but it's more at 1 meter by 50. Why we are doing 50? Because later on, you know how it is growing, it spreads on the sides.
yeah.
Okay? Now the other man, Chireshe, Evaristo, he used this in Gahoma to intercrop in maize. Okay? Now when we intercrop it in maize, it will climb on the maize. You get your maize, harvest your maize,
Yes.
leave the maize in this, the animals come and eat on the stover, maize and this guy.
Does it fix nitrogen?
Yes, it does fix nitrogen and it is perennial.
Okay.
Yes.
So it doesn't reduce the yield of maize?
It will not. But once it has started ripening, if you dry it shatters. I don't know if I can see any pods, but I think that they're almost there. They'll be coming. I mean the pods. That from green they will change to grey. So this also we had to struggle with the nematodes, but we did, and then it has recovered anyway.
It's also a good cover crop.
Yes. Okay. Guinea grass and then panicle maximum. Now green panic. So green panic is the variety. We have Gatton panic, we have Makueni, we have Uchisi, we have what have you. So this one is a perennial grass for two purposes. One, you can use it to control your soil erosion. Two, you can use it for your animals to graze direct. When you leave it to make hay, the hay is of not of good quality. So you can plant this from these seeds. Now, how do you know that the seeds have ripened? One, you see a number of birds coming to eat. Two, you just do, you hold this, then you do this, then you check how much is coming in your arm. Then you harvest. So green panic, and this is the seed. That panica mombacha from the Abyss of guys, same family. But the mombacha is down, but this one up. So the mombacha will not survive if there is no water, but this guy will survive. Yeah, if you check in underneath here, after this, it's clean. In between 1 meter, it's clean. So later on, if you want to put a legume now to be mixed in between, then for you it is easy. Green panic maximum. Okay?
Then the soil types?
No, any soil types it will do. So,
Any soil type.
do you know, all of you know the roots you are mentioning? Do you know them? Like this, I plant 1-1.
Oh, you can even propagate it that.
Like the way I've done, these are my roots which I can plant, and then it will be a bush.
And you can also plant the seed.
You can plant it also from the seed. So these are roots where they can plant it. Very good for animals to graze direct. For hay, the quality goes down. These are the root splits.
Then for how long do you need to replant?
No, this guy is perennial. You
just graze the animals.
You just graze it. You can put fire. See the ferret to go is down there again. It will come.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the origin, Brazil?
The
origin.
Just in Africa.
Nyamuno is a local one.
Brazilians improved it, and that's
The Brazilian one is the Panica mombacha. This is not Panica mombacha. Panica maximum green panic.
So
These are
one is not better than this. This is better.
Dry season. When do you expect the shoots to come back?
Yep.
If you are monitoring for fertilization,
is
or you can mix, like you said, mix the acha.
with this one. Yes. But fertilizing you need the D and the urea.
The archer and this one will be a good one.
Yes. Okay. This is the velvet beans. You clean up your ends. It's an annual legume and it is a fodder. Okay? So this is NRS3. The color of the seed, this one is completely black. So, I think the other side, it has the, if you throw your eyes, at the end there, the difference you are seeing here, they have started ripening. This was planted on 7th December 2019. Okay? You need 50 kilos of seed to plant 1 hectare. So 2 seeds per station.
50 kgs per hectare?
Yes.
And there we forgot to ask the seed rate. What's the seed rate for this?
That one is about 10 kilos.
10 kilos.
No, the spacing is 1 meter by 50, 2 seeds per station. It's a good cover crop, but don't plant it to maize because the guy is aggressive. It's an annual, so to grow it faster.
to choke the maize.
It chokes the maize. Now, as a fodder, it has what is called the aldopa, which is toxic to the animals. If they eat too much, animals will start purging.
Oh.
Yes. Those who know from East, from this stuff, they fry it and to make coffee, which you can drink.
Yes.
You make coffee.
Yeah.
Now, by frying it there, now you kill that toxicity, the cheat. You make coffee from this.
But it's got caffeine, or that coffee is decaf.
Yeah, okay?
Have coffee.
Yes. But we are not promoting it, not for coffee. I promote it. You want it now. Now listen.
At your own risk.
Yeah. You want to plant road gas on a field when you plant. Don't be in a hurry. Put this guy 1 season, then from season bring your road gas. 1. This guy will put nitrogen and kill other grasses. Now there are 5 rows here. Are you able to see the 5 lines?
No.
So all the grasses are gone, which I don't want to compete with my friend when I bring him. Okay? So, the road gas I bring after this guy is and fast. So, pasture is expensive, plan it properly, be slow, then you'll be home and dry. But if you rush, it becomes expensive for you.
So,
Any questions here?
this one, if you want to plow it under for green manure,
You plow it as it is starting flowering.
Okay.
The guys in Agambala and Gadas small holders, sugarcane for so many years, the land is gone. What they buy this from farmers, they put it at the flowering and podding, they plow it down.
Customer for velvet.
Okay? Nagambala is small holders, they will come for velvet beans. And why this crop? No D compound, no urea. The only pest you might come across sometimes is the black aphids. I mean, with the drought, it will come. But don't use the herbicide. It will go. The guy is weak. But where you have plowed properly, you just weed 1 or 2, then it will cover. Then leave it. The next thing for you to do is harvesting. Mind you, sorry, okay, we are cleaning here. Now the covers, I threw them, but those covers from this also the animals eat. The covers, they eat the animals.
When you dry them.
No, for me to get the seed, yeah, they are dry, but on the ripe one is on the other side. This is a cover. Now, for me to get the seed, now these covers, you can feed your animals.
Okay.
Okay?
Isn't it each?
No, there's a variety which does itch. I've got 4 varieties. This one doesn't itch, number 16. But the Somerset, I'll tell you the one which is itching. No, another language if it's rare. Okay?
Those who've seen it before.
Sasbania Sesban. Now, there are 2 types of Sasbania. There is this one, which we call Yendaveminonga. Now, there are Sasbania promoted by DAP, DAPP, which grows into bigger trees.
Yes.
It's different, it's not this one.
It's not this one.
This one was promoted by him, he knows it. The guys in Musekela some years back under agroforestry, what have you. Now, this guy is very good. It will instead of you leaving the land idle, put something. Throw your eyes and sit down. The leaves are dropping down. The guy opens a hard pan and he puts nitrogen. Cracking. It's a legume, it fixes nitrogen. People who are doing organic farming, they don't buy fertilizers. So they prefer to use this guy.
Okay.
Now, from the livestock side, you dry these away from the sun, like in that poultry house, in the shade. Now, if you dry in the sun, it will lose that energy. Now, when you dry it in the shade, then you pound. Then that powder, the dry powder, you mix for your animals to give you more milk. So, under livestock, you make what they call leaf meal. That is the animal science. They make what, but our grandparents can, you do this, put in a basin, put water, clean your clothes. They will be clean. Okay?
You can use it for early cropping.
Yes.
Space it more and
Yeah. Now.
So how do you harvest from the thing if you want to make the green material for animals? You harvest like this?
No, no. In this way.
All the leaves.
You move in this way, they dry. Then later on, you go and do this.
Okay.
Yes. Now, when you have planted it, you need to nip it. Eh? You need to nip it as it is growing. Eh? Nipping is doing like this. If I don't nip it, it will just go a single plant up. So for it to be like this, I want more branches, more herbage and more seed. So, if you plant it, don't fear to Muzagobora, no. After 2-3 years, the termites will come and gobora it for you down. Then it will fall down. And this guy, whether it is big, don't climb on it, you fall down. The plant is hollow, it's weak. Don't plant on it, you fall down. Okay? So Banya says, Bani, Genda Mironga, because you find it in the bush growing like that. Now usually, say like this, you need 2 people, not 1. Why? You need to do this. Eh? I do this. Then the other person is plucking. Eh? I need 2 people. 1 person, no. Like the way I've done. Now, yep, now like I am holding. Then the other one is plucking. Removing. Okay. So this is the style of Graham. Now, it's a perennial legume, but unfortunately, it was hammered by nematodes. But it has improved after we did a number of spraying and what have you. So now it is just flowering. Now, when it ripen, I'll just come with a white paper. Eh? I'll come with a white paper. When it's ready for harvesting, then I'll put it down. Then I'll do this. Then I'll still burn seeds down. Then I'll cut with a sickle. Cut with a sickle. Take somewhere on a tent and then clean. Then again, it is perennial. Now, the perennial legumes, they are known to be, we call them to be slow starters. What I mean is that velvet beans are blab the annual. So they grow fast. Now, these are slow. So the first year you meant to establish. So don't, if you get seed, you are lucky a bit. But once they have established, you're okay. This one next year, these 5 lines, you won't be able to see these things. They'll just meet, they form like a carpet. But this guy is loved by Vinjoga Vichipire pants. They like, you are cutting your singles, you can touch it. You find it underneath. You find Vinjoga pants. storegram. The animals can graze direct, or as you clean the seed, that other stuff, feed your animals. It is perennial and is very good either for direct grazing or for hay. So I'm not able to find seed, that's why you see there's nothing, because the seed is just flowering.
Also the perennial ones are drought tolerant.
Yeah, they are able to remain green off in the dry season.
What's does it have a high protein level?
Yes, it has, because it is a legume. Yes, but you would better grow it as a sole crop. You cannot mix it with the rhodes grass because it's not a climber. What is ideal for rhodes grass is like Cilantro, Centrosema, or Acha, because it will climb on it. Okay. The banana grass, which was made from napier. Napier is the elephant grass and bush millet. It was done in Zimbabwe. Why was it done? Because the napier is bigger than this one. And if you graze your animals on the napier, they get injured on the hooks. So the breeders had to cross this. So this one is for smallholder dairy farmers for cut and carry or silage. So one of the way you can do silage is like using this, just as a demonstration. But there are machines, either petrol or diesel or electrical, you can use.
But if you are using this, how small should be the choppings be?
And up to what height?
Yeah.
What?
For a small scale.
Oh, like when harvesting, when you're doing cut and carry, do you,
Silage.
like the other one, do you do 3 stalks down there, or you just cut on top where you have a whole lot of green matter?
Now, this stuff was planted in December. Now, you cut it around March, April. So now, no, the other parts of the chani, the other parts, what I want is to continue explaining, then we'll come back like the...
Oh, then we chop.
Yeah, we do the chopping. But I want to explain first, then for me to start... Yes. So for this one, you plant it from the root sprigs or stem cuttings. It does not produce any seed. But now, where you grow it, if there is no maize, the stock boilers will come in here. So they come in here, we have to cut it, then we spread. Why? Because there is no maize planted nearby. But if you have a maize planted nearby, stock boilers will go in the maize and not come in this one. So this is some family gramini. So that's why the stock boilers come in this one. But we have to control the main. So you can see from one kachani how many root sprigs are there. Yes. So for cut and carry and for silage.
Is it hairy?
Yeah, this one is hairy, yes.
So it's in the same class with the mulungwe, same family.
But the hairs on Mulunga are much denser. They are denser than this one.
Yes.
They are more painful, right?
Yes. Okay. We are at Crotorius Barika.
Sorry, Mr. Munga.
So-
As a seed company, how can you sell this one? As seed.
As cuttings.
The way you
We sell
sell your...
cuttings.
You sell cuttings at the guard, they are selling it 2 kwacha 1.
No,
Cutting. When cutting?
Or root split.
The root split, yeah. 2 kwacha 1.
So the customer won't come again.
Now listen. Now listen. Now listen. Understand what I have said. Now what you can do sometimes if you are in the field, either you just use a certain volume of, you put in 50 kg number of root sprigs and then you just come with a figure instead of maybe 1.
Yeah.
Okay. At one time we are selling at 100 kwacha per 50 kg volume. Okay?
And
Yes.
storage, when you cut, or you come and cut and you sell.
a person pays after they do the order,
Then you
then you
harvest
harvest, they come and collect.
Yes.
Yeah.
cash and carry.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So your red sun and Contreras and Barika is mainly for the high rainfall area in the acidic soils. So where the Mansaga summer, this one, it will do well. The one you call Zumba, this is Zumba.
Okay.
Yes. Now this one is liked by commercial farmers because it is soft. It's not as bad as the black one. Okay. So you can intercrop with your maize.
Oh, okay.
Intercrop with your maize. When it is starting flowering, you can cut and you make your hay, but it should dry properly. So now here is the seed, and this is after the seed. So this is stuff has not burned. This is feed for livestock with or with molasses. After removing the seed, these are the stuff. So this stuff is food for the animals, goats or whatever, with or without molasses.
Can this be harvested using a combine harvest? No.
Yeah, it can. It can, yes. But for you, when we are producing it at an early stage, they are susceptible to the insect pest attack. When it's so small and don't spray, it will go. When it is flowering and podding, blister beetles, they will come. I can say we really control them here, and even our pods are intact, they are clean. But if we didn't, we are going to find holes and holes. So you need to control the pests at an early stage. So this one is difficult to grow compared to the black one because of the pest attack. But you only need about 10 kilos to plant a hectare for this one. The other one about 15 kilos. This one 10 kg can plant a hectare.
Okay. And you also drill?
Yeah, 1 meter by drilling. Now, just throw your eyes, look what is down. All the leaves have dropped down, they are there. So it means it has fixed nitrogen. You can bring your maize here. Maybe if you want to, with the node or put urea, then you go ahead. Okay. Any question on this one? You can go ahead. Now, this is the highway for region 1 and 2. So this one is early maturing to the other one. Now, look at the flowers here. They are pinkish or blue. The other one is white. So this is the variety for region 1 and 2.
Okay.
And this is seed. But when you have got the seed, please, you need to treat it. If you just keep it to be weathered by my pesty, because it is quite soft. Yes. So that variety is just flowering, is khaki is late. But this is the variety for our area here, region 1 and 2, this one. So the byproducts, don't give dairy animals. Your milk will get spoiled. Or the leaves, the smell. Don't give dairy animals that are milking. Give others who are not milking.
But beef still can take.
Yes. So for this one, you need about 25 kg, you can plant a hectare. Okay. So now, this is rose gasimbarala, planted, drilled at 1 meter. We are harvesting. Through your eyes, you see some seed down. In between the lines.
Yeah.
Now, this seed I've said is some dormancy. I can irrigate, see the mera, it will germinate around in November, December. Now, we did that with rose gas dormancy with the SCCI. Okay? So what used to happen is this. Farmers could come to me, they buy seed, at no mere irrigation, they plant, zero germination, nothing. So the seed you harvest around April, May is ready the same year for November, December planting, but not immediately. But since she was not here. Now, the way I'm harvesting the seed, I finish, I cut my hay. Then I have irrigation. I can irrigate, put fertilizer, I'll get another seed of rose gas before the rains come. Oh. I'm harvesting the rain-fed seed and I'll get the irrigated seed if I have irrigation on this one.
Okay. So you have twice.
Twice. That is rain-fed seed and irrigated seed. Okay. Yeah, it is possible.
So how do you harvest? How do you pick the seed that has fallen on the ground?
No, the ones, madam, on the ground in Zambia, we have no way of picking it. In other countries, they have got machines which can suck. Us, we leave it, and then comes, I want to see the line, this seed will also germinate. Then 2 years, as if it had broadcasted, then it will thicken. Then there won't be any lines.
Okay.
Yes. So there's no way to pick the seed that's fallen on the ground.
Okay.
Yes.
The same one.
Now, this one. Now listen. You touch this one, it has no hairs compared to the other guy.
Yeah.
I gave somebody in 2008 and took it to Sparta, and it's very good for the goats. Okay. Now, as I was telling you yesterday, for the control, this one and that one dry. But this, and today, we shall cut and give the goats direct, and you see it. We'll cut here and the other one. They will eat direct, no effect of protein, nothing. But the guy needs water. If there's no water, then you start complaining. It does not produce the seed. So the way it is too high. Otherwise, it will start falling with the wind. So we need to cutting it bit by bit through. But we don't want to cut and waste, but cut and feed. Then it was. So you can see how powerful it is coming.
So you put fertilizer because I can see some nitrogen deficiency.
What?
When you feed
Drying,
you.
isn't it?
No,
Drying from growth.
that is to do with the water. But no, they have been putting. But that thing you are saying is not a disease. It's just but they have been putting water. But there's a lot of this is just power cut. Sometimes you can't manage. But this stuff is very good.
So we have to continue irrigating even off season?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That one, madam, is drought tolerant. This one, if you don't irrigate, then it. But before we'll be convenient, but we need to cut it so that it comes down.
Yes.
Yeah, because if it's too wet, wind comes, this stuff will start falling. Because it's getting too high, so you need to bring it down up to somewhere here. Then we continue feeding. But you need to be cut a bit, feed. We don't want to cut and waste, but yeah. Okay. Clean good. Surely for smallholder dairy farmers. The two colors of the pods, from green to grey. So the grey pods are ready for harvesting. So if the whole thing is red like this one. You know this thing. So I can use the seagulls to harvest this guy. The whole piece is ready. So change of color helps you to determine when to harvest. The crop will change from green to this color. So you cut it, or you do put it on a slab on a tent, there for 2 days, then you just beat it, then it will come out. Okay? Now from here we need to walk the other side. This way. Okay? Now this is the same black sunny hemp. Now we planted the first plot, we realized we needed more. This one was planted later, drilled at 1 meter, but it is almost ready for harvesting. This guy hasn't yet matured, so I'm not able to find the seed to put as a sample. Okay. So there are 4 varieties. 3 are on SCCI, 1 is not on SCCI list. So this one, the color of the seed is white. It's somebody who did the wegi in Nanga. He was Samson, something in fire. Then he put his name. He was Samson, something in fire. Then Sam. The color is white. Okay.
What's the maturity index for this one? For this one, how long does it take to mature? And also for the which region?
Yeah, for region 1 and 2. Oh, yeah. About right in end time now anyway. Yes. Here. The pods are here already. Yes.
Okay.
Under your head there.
Here.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, they're here.
Okay, so they are quite far. They are planted in
Start from Marima. There's a president of Marima, Mr. Mutare. that side. Yes, Nazongwe. It's a perennial legume, very ideal in mixture with the road gas. Perennial. If you are driving around the Gisamba area, that side, you will see a lot of it on the sides of the tarmac. It's very good to mix with the road gas. It is perennial, but you need to control the aphids and also other leaf eaters. Okay? So now we have cleaned the seed. These are the byproducts which also can be fed to the animals. Okay?
It seems to have rust on the leaves. Can you apply a fungicide?
No, we were spraying a mixture of a fungicide and an insecticide here. And actually, yeah, yes, yeah, no, we were doing a mixture of insecticide and a fungicide. Okay, now, from the rain fed, even no irrigation, this one get 2 crops. Why? This guy doesn't grow well in the cold season. So once we finish now, by next month, we'll cut it with seagulls. Then when it's cold, it will just be dormant like that. When it starts warming in July, August, it will come out in flower. So you have another seed crop to harvest before December comes. This one, yes.
So
Yes.
when do we irrigate? Start after July?
Yes, after July. Yeah, okay. So it is these leaves which are eaten by the animals, and it is quite a heavy seeder in terms of in terms of seed. Through your eyes, drilled at 1 meter, you see those leaves. It is a legume. Okay, now the seeds which are ripe. If I check here, I might find some maybe which are ripe. So usually we cut with seagulls, we put them somewhere in the shade. There's somewhere. Okay, I'll show you there where there's some stuff which is there. Then we remove by hand. Then later on you do the pounding. So it is also a good legume. The animals eat these leaves. That Chireshe guy did work in Gaoma, on the Archer, Stratro, and on this one. Chireshe, Evaristo. He wrote like a book about legumes of Gaoma, and he worked with these 3, the Stotam, Stratro, and the Archer, in Gaoma, with the farmers. Okay?
It is found in the bush. I saw something in the bush.
Now, what happens is, wherever one plant grows, as it goes now, you just see it like that coming up and down. Okay? It is quite very prolific. There's more, and you see these seeds the way they are very small. Even so per kg, they are quite expensive. Because the smaller the seed, the more difficult it is for you to produce. Robert beans is easier to produce. Okay, but not these which are small.
So, Mr. Monga, when you say you have to pound this, it means they don't shatter naturally.
What?
If you leave them like this, they won't be like.
They'll just they'll just drop, but the seed is inside. You need to break this seed cover, the seed coat,
So
by pounding.
It does not shatter. We pound
Yeah,
because
it is then the shatter. You pluck. So this smell helps to control the animals. Now the seed, it has a hook. These seeds. Now if I pound further, then I'll find the blind seed inside. Now in the native bush, if I oversaw or broadcast this guy, it will germinate. The animals will eat. When the seed has ripened, the seed will go through the digestive system, then it will go in. Now, how can I know when to harvest? I just need to come with a white paper, then I shake. So at this stage, it is just starting flowering. It is also recovering from the issue of nematode, but it has improved, quite, otherwise it was, it was bad.
Now that I'm more interested in this one, how long does it take to harvest?
No, okay, Now
itself from planting to maturity.
this one will be harvesting it anyhow, maybe by end of May or early July. It will be ready for harvesting.
Planted,
It's perennial. You know, mind you that our season in terms of rainfall, it was not very good. You know, we planted here and I think there was a good almost 2 weeks of no rain. It was nothing. Okay, I mean the season wasn't very good. So it is perennial. Now this one, after harvesting clean, you get what you call ipyango here go da alubuaso from after you clean. They are very good. I mean the branches for sweeping. For sweeping outside yard. Now this one and the green leaf, seed production is not easy. It's a bit too technical, but we are almost there. It has started ripening. If I walk in there, if I walk there, all those seeds will come on my cheek. No. Yeah. Yes. Now, how you harvest? When they change, you need to like to make a ball or so round. Okay. Now look. Yeah. Look what is the solves us. Look. Okay. Now, the ones which are ripe are these, from green to this color, brown. Okay. So it is telling me that in the next 10 or 12 days or so, this is stuff I need to come in. Now sometimes either if you have a plastic young fertilizer, you need to write on your sheet so that you can see how it is also now. Now wherever is going to throw one, it will germinate.
Mr. Long, come and throw them. Those are perennial.
Okay. Now the guys, they have used it at the expo also to control fall armworm in maize. Now listen, they planted the banner or napier around the plot. Then they intercropped the maize with this guy to control the fall armworms.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? No, they are doing it with Zari and some guys from Kenya.
Okay.
Yes. So they are using this at the expo. They are using this. So apart from food and what you can use them also, they are using silver leaf, napier and what?
The results on the
no, I couldn't know, but I've seen their demos at the expo and they are explaining. And there are some farmers in Chongwe here. They have skippers, they written what have you, but they are doing that thing. Okay. This is a seed now. That's coming. If you go there, you know, it forms like a mud.
Like ryegrass.
You can go and look.
It looks like ryegrass, eh?
Like ryegrass, but these are the seed in it. Now the only challenge we have, you know, like in Zambia, other countries, like if the seeds drop down, you just bring a machine which will suck the seed from the ground.
You can get the...
You see the thing? Now, because what will happen is, most of the seed, by the time I think of cutting the seeds, most of the seed will just drop. But if you have a small machine,
The leaf blower.
which is just
There's the one which sucks in dust.
whereby if it is pushed here, the seed, then it will suck the seed. Then otherwise, by the time now, the patches we are seeing changing is ripening of the seed. It's not that there's no water, there's water, but those patches are started ripening. They are changing from green to this color. Now, the early chite will shatter. So most of the seed will be on the ground. So if you have a machine, you can even push by hand, then it sucks and then separates. So this is Panicum pascarum.
This is the irrigated?
These are the byproduct, yes.
Can you feed the...
Yes, you can. Desmatas vicatus. This is the seed, and this is the byproduct. Okay? The plant is susceptible to termite attack and is hollow, but it's really loved by the goats. Okay? So they change from that color to black. And now if you dry, they will shatter. This one is ripe. There are brown seeds inside. So when they say ripening, do early harvesting. When it is so high, then they will shatter in your hand. Okay? So if you miss a week, you find them all on the ground. Okay? Okay. They are just similar, but they are not the same. Okay. I didn't show you the strato which is ripe. The strato that is ripe is this one. From green to grey. Strato. This is the seed. Harvest in the morning, otherwise it will be starting shattering. Okay. This is the Somerset. That's the one which is itching. This one. This one is the itch. You bought Somerset in number 16, remember? Yeah. This one is black and grey. But number 16 and this are on SSI list. Okay. Yes. So this is Somerset, velvet beans. So black and grey.
This is the second. That itches,
yeah, this one which itches at harvesting, this one. But it is podding, you will get some seed.
So here, just to bring the very lazy makers. Yeah.
If you have no name, there's a name here for a man, Jackson. This is Jack bean. So look at the velvet beans, how it is growing. Jackson or Jack bean, it grows upright. The seeds, see, they are this color. Now, this seed, you can put them in a hammer mill and feed your dairy animals to improve the milk. So it is an annual legume, but it could be biennial. Secondly, meaning to say, the way it is, we harvest the seed. But if some plants are able to survive the drought and what have you, they are able to come out to give you seed. Okay? But at the early stage, too much pest diseases and you need to spray at early growth. If you don't spray, it will be wiped and it will die. But it does fix nitrogen. And those leaves are eaten by the animals. Jack bean. You need 50 kg to plant a hectare, 2 seed vegetation, 1 meter by 50. It is not on SSI list, but it's a very good variety. So the seeds of this color, green, that's why that's a variety. But from the time, no, you know, that list is an old one. When it was put, this guy was not there. Now, after this guy came out, nobody has pushed this guy on the SI list. It is not there. But it's a very good variety, no itching. And later on, as you go on, if you check, when you look at the biomass and the herbage, this guy is heavy in terms of herbage and improve your soil. Okay? But it's not on SSI list, but it's a very, very good in terms of herbage. Okay? Yeah.
Can you intercrop with anything?
Huh? No, madam. It is it's very aggressive. To intercrop it will choke your maize. Madam, this coral, small leaves, early for your sheep and goats, for the small ruminants. Some like the totem, but that other one is tall and red. So if you are cleaning these two and you don't put a label, you have pounded, no label, you won't by eyes know which one until you plant it germinate, because the seeds look the same. Okay? Now, that's banana grass. Now, we need to go back there and check on the seed harvesting of rose grass. The next one will go on the banana grass, green gold, and then the pounding. We need to go back this side now. Okay. Yes. What they'll be doing, me, I'll just be talking. Now, how to harvest rose grass seed. Now, you harvest the one that is ripe. If you bring a combiner here, it will harvest even these which are mature. So when you come to seed quality germination, it's a problem. But by human beings, you train them and harvest. So I want these, one will be cutting, one will be holding a bag. They will harvest after a certain point. They know that side I harvest already. I left it for this as part of teaching you. Yamani utora. The seeds which have ripened, are you seeing? Now, the change of color, and often come the field, with the wind, they'll be dropping. Yeah. But then, hand harvesting is labor intensive, but the seed quality is very good. Okay? Now, I was saying the best people to do this are women than if you are Muna. You need to go in about 2-3 times, like that. Anyway. So, on a plot like even now, through your eyes, you see those tall areas. If you see most of them when they reach there, all those are ripe. Okay? They are ripe. Now, for rods gas, I want to explain. The way we are harvesting, if it's a rod, I need to away from the sun. You need to put this in the shade for a process known as sweating. I have. So that process of sweating is very delicate. Okay? I've done combine harvesting some years back myself. I've done it. By then it was dumpseed and what have you. But the seed quality issue comes. You put a machine here to not select. You take it for germination low. But the one done by hand is of top quality. And this seed without coating germination would be ideal. Then the road because which is coated, you have a problem of germination. Terrible. 29% they are bringing it from Zimbabwe or South Africa and it's being sold. Farmers have no choice, they are buying it. You go and plant it with your cheater. There's nothing.
Just expect 29%.
Okay? Yes. So, now, he was asking me yesterday, for me, because first I want to get seed. When I've done the seed, then I'll come and cut it down. Then I do the hay. Okay? Because I want to get the seed. Now, if I do the hay before it ripens, then I will not allow this thing to plant itself or to drop down. Okay? So that's the thing. So you cut like that. Now, the shade might be amauzu. It's okay. You don't have to burn. But don't put that seed like a paso or shade. There's no cement. You are going to have a problem. But where there is cement or a tent, but even a tent, not outside, but in a shade. Then leave it for the process of sweating. It's part of the process, sweating process. Okay? You can't, if you put it against this guy, the seed will be killed and it will not be viable, then it will die. Kanao bankore bwerani bwerani isiko jubani umwamba paso jubani cut what ibodeni with the potatoes. Okay, bankore. Nakwana. Ikani hapa. But hapo fansi na ikakachani kaplanga. Bali ndani hapa hapa. Pangono. So, you needed something that there is no the staff is supposed to, the way it's doing, you can see we are losing a lot, and other people, They use the same even, you cut even the rose grass. Yes, you can cut even the rose grass in that way and then feed them.
Yeah.
Okay? So now, what Mr. Nkore has done is, that is how to make the silage. Now, they have even introduced other black plastics which are portable, maybe 50 kg or so, where you can compact this but you know that for silage they should be airtight. Then later on you seal with the black plastic, no air, no water. Because you want a certain smell when the animals are eating on that silage. If water goes in and silage is spoiled, then the animals will not take that, that silage. Okay? I think, Uncle Zico, it's okay. So, that is just one of the ways of doing the silage from the banana grass. Like then, Muzatangako, Nasaka, Tenukurija. They are supposed to be trimmed to a height that is easier to cut. See how
when feeding the goats, we also have to do the same?
No. No, we'll take it without cutting it, directly, madam, without cutting them, then they'll eat. Oh. Yes. But this is for silage making. But for the goats, we'll cut and take them in 2 bags, without cutting. Giovanni, imagine I understand. It's okay. Okay, nice. You know that too. This one is, you touch it, smooth, it's not the hairs. So, this is more right for the animals because those hairs have a problem on the tongue of the animals. Okay? But this one you used to have irrigation or dambo. What it requires a lot of water. The other guy is drought tolerant, the other guy. But you have planted properly, even your rotational grazing, you can do it. Okay. But don't grade them before they really get established because they'll just come out. But once they have established, you irrigate, then you can do even rotational grazing. It's possible. Okay. Mix them if we can. Otherwise, we shall just carry the many vision. Separate. Yes. If you can saga menisa. There's one bag, you put this stuff. You don't want to. In fact, so, the nine guy.
Yamba oneka different here.
No, but you know, I didn't want to come down. I want somebody else to do the pounding.
Yeah, where did you buy this nice in Casa?
There were small ones everywhere else.
What is that? Show me those. Oh, it's yours. No.
So here.
Now, listen. The pounding, they use the set of these sieves. Yes. But one got yours. So I just borrowed this from God. Okay? So now, the way they're pounding, I need to know which one will work. The way I pound, I need this to clean the seed. So this is the distortum. We didn't bring the other one, this collar. But we did that the other day anyway. Okay, whatever. But make sure that the seed is not supposed to crack. The seed should not crack. Yeah. Okay?
The black one or the orange?
No, the
Green.
Are you colorblind or what, yours?
Berani muone kuti akwana basapitirize. muziba umene mumachitira. So pasapitirize seed zambo panduka.
No, even here, there's another one. Just see what they're doing. You can put. So, you can see what you're doing.
Okay? If you want to manage also new water, patient not tricky in your soul, it's not easy. Okay?
I know I can do it.
So which variety is this we are cleaning now?
Desmodium distortum.
Okay.
Yes. Now, we walk in the pottery. I want to show you the other stage. After we cut it, you will see what is there before we come to this. We have a stage, put it. Now, we will do again hand, yeah?
Which one?
45?
Yeah, I'm saying where will be pricing these at?
These ones are expensive. Very expensive.
Yes.
Okay, so now, it means these you are seeing,
The black ones.
they still have a bit of covers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but know that the technique is working by pounding.
Yes.
Okay, that's the whole thing, that it is working.
Wow.
Okay? So now, if you pound the scholar and the stotum, then you don't put a label. You won't know which one until you plant it germinate. So this is the stotum which that demonstrated.
So the one you plant to the station.
No, drilling, continuous
We're going to finish.
drilling.
And then the seed depth,
The what?
it has to be shallow, right?
Yes.
Shallow planting.
Yes,
Because
okay.
the seeds are so small.
Okay.
Let us move to the poultry house. From the poultry house, we shall finish at the goat.
You need to come here. You take a seat. Then you start doing this. Now, you can also do this. Move it, just listen. Move it. I'm hitting. You choke.
So you have to process batch by batch. You avoid mixing varieties, right?
Yes, I've done the square and the stotum. That is the square and this is the stotum. The one we pounded is this one.
Oh, this.
That one was the first harvest, now our second harvest. So, you come and participate, I want you to do it. You come and do it, you do it. Even like that now, if you hit, there will be 2 minutes, but just like this, they are dry. And that thing you are seeing behind, you can't go to the goats, they will eat everything. Those.
Including the hard stuff.
They are not hard, those things are soft. So you come and do here in this basin, clean like this by hand. You test. So you needed some short hand gloves for people to use because vilasa. Okay, they have dried.
So much of them.
Okay. So you, not for those for spearmen, but to fupi. Okay, so you need those hand gloves like that. Yes. Okay. Yes. No, this is it's a heavy cedar. You can see it. Anyway, it's here. It is dry. Okay. So this is how to do it. Okay. And then now the final part is to pound. I leave them here in the bags for setting. This was done this week, next week. Now, the byproducts that there was road gas, this is the stuff. This is stuff also our friends will eat. So there is nothing to throw under pasture. Everything has value. Okay? So from here now, we need to take those things, we go to there and wind up and graduate. Okay? Even the other one, you see, this one, this matters. Here we have removed the seed. This you can give the goats, they will eat. So, this. We can go to the goats now. We take a walk this way. Look. Yes. This is a goat. Mango, it is. It will put nitrogen. Yes, and also whatever, yeah. We want to start with, it's better we start with Evie.
Easy.
Throw these, throw them inside.
You can throw them.
Throw them inside. Throw them in, yeah, throw them inside. Throw them inside. Throw them inside. Vonsevo, yeah. Evil. Yeah. If they should go munichicha.
Oh.
Chipasebaje.
Imagine the lions, Mr. Kwat. The lions.
Now, these are byproducts of the Desmodium distortum.
The way they are fighting.
Okay? Now, return you. Okay? They're eating.
No bloating.
The green goat, yeah. Throw the green goat.
No bloating, eh?
Now, those outside, are you seeing? I've given them the banana grass. This outside. They are feeding on the banana grass.
So that there's no waste of food.
But for the goats, there's no problem of bloating. They will
Kango.
just eat.
We can sell to our friends at Jacaranda.
Yes.
We attract them to eat.
But because problem those are just seeds. But if the roads get the herbage, they like it. Yes. You can go back aside.